Greetings. We are the Arcturian Council. We are pleased to connect with all of you. We have been paying very close attention to the equinox energies that are already upon you there on planet Earth. We want you to know that the energies we have been picking up on are helping you all to access more of the internal portals that you have located inside of your 7 main chakras. These portals are connecting you to other dimensions, to your guides, and to abilities and gifts that you have been summoning for yourselves. You can also access more love, more joy, more peace, more creativity, more freedom and more abundance by simply going within and feeling for the preponderance of energies that are coming in through the portals in your very own chakras that are opening wider and wider with every passing moment. Now, these energies will do more than just work with your internal portals. However, we are giving you this piece because we see it as the most important aspect of this equinox for all of you at this time. You all need to know that everything truly does exist inside of you, and you need to know that you can access everything from going within. You being able to feel for the energies that are pouring in through your chakras is a very big part of your spiritual evolution. You are meant to feel things, to sense things, and to work with energies that are coming in from above and from below, as well as from within. Your Sun and Mother Earth are also participating in this equinox, as they always do. Your guides and your higher selves are making sure that everything is calibrated appropriately within you to give you the experiences that you do want to have. It is always a wonderful time to be awake and ascending there on planet Earth, but when you are aware of how much you have access to within you, that's when you really get to start playing this game more consciously and with more certainty that you are always moving in the right direction. You are always getting more of what you want and need, and you are always transforming. You are transforming yourselves, and you are transforming your bodies, and the energies that will come in through your 7 main chakras will of course also be giving you DNA upgrades and activating your light bodies, which are your 5th dimensional vehicles. Therefore, everything is always moving you closer to the completion of the shift in consciousness. And those of you who are moving to the completion of the shift more consciously are doing so much work for all of humanity, and you have our appreciation and our endless and tireless support. We are the Arcturian Council, and we have enjoyed connecting with you. Greetings, friends. From heart to heart in this moment we speak, I am 𝐒𝐿. Have you ever noticed how water usually takes the easier path? The only time water pushes, crashes or breaks through something, is when its flow is being blocked. All the other times it takes the easy and smoothest path possible. The water will flow, between trees and rocks. From mountains to flat lands. It will twist, turn and splash. But it won't stop flowing. This light form may change. Sometimes into ice, rain, or snow. But it keeps moving until it reaches the streams and the rivers. The lakes and the seas. And finally the oceans. The journey is not over. For even then, it moves, in waves. It feels itself alive, its existence, it expresses through the waves, eternally. This is you, spirit of the cosmos. The only difference being is that you do not choose the easy, smooth path, and flow with joy on your journey. You choose to experience hardships. We speak of things outside of your contract. Outside of the predestined experiences. The human for some reason likes a dramatic reality. From anger to desperation to sorrow. Without a doubt all learn from these things. But they are not needed. One can move forward and evolve spiritually without the illusions of the 3D reality. Seek to change into your divine self. Choose to share instead of hoard. Choose forgiveness instead of revenge. Choose joy instead of sorrow. Choose the reality of light instead of the illusory darkness. Choose the path with the calmest flow. The light is your essence. Sooner or later, depending on your choosing of the long way or the quick way home, eventually the light will absorb you and carry you to realities you can now only imagine. All the light to you. Serious lion beings, return of Lemurian consciousness. It's time, beloveds, to speak again from the knowingness you have of how creation works. Each of you hold wisdom keys, yes. Beloveds, each of you were given and agreed to guard a wisdom key that unlocks that knowingness in another when you speak what you see. When you speak what you know, what you see about creation and how it works. Each of you guarded a piece of the wisdom of creation in wholeness and oneness. Throughout your fall into forgetting and separation. Through the uncomfortable shift into the 3D reality you physically inhabit with its laws of science that guard and guide you now. Each of you holds a key of wisdom that connects you to spatial and temporal awareness beyond the third dimension. The quantum capacity that allows you to trans-navigate temporally and spatially, and dimensionally, and beyond that holographically. To do your work, to reconnect with the pieces that call you home to that remembering. This is the homecoming of Lemurian consciousness. Now Lemuria returns. It was a point in creation when humanity, a pocket of humanity, was able to co-create in conscious unity within Gaia and accomplish feats that appear phenomenal now. Where you do, as you say, sculpt rocks into being. Shape the landscape by working with the elementals, with Gaia, with the planetary consciousnesses. And playfully with your other human beings around a shared intention. A shared focus. A focus that comes from, we would say, a place of listening and creating. Listening to what is conducive somewhere in a landscape. And creating what you are then inspired to bring in that did not exist before. So, this lovely alchemy between what is already there and what has not yet come into being. That is the dance, and living in the breath in between that dance, of what is already there, and listening, and being inspired to call in what has never existed before. That's the alchemy human beings were designed for. And you are reawakening your Lemurian consciousness connections now. Creation codes that put you back in touch with the phenomenal. Not so that you can have phenomena. Not so that you can be exceptional in ways that stun and shock and surprise. But so that you can remember and call home the manifest world of human creations into a greater vibration of oneness. Not so that you can change the face of the planet and its appearance, clicks fingers, in the blink of an eye, although of course you can. That potential exists within you and is your birthright. You are working towards that, and the Akash of the human blueprint will support that as you develop and progress in this direction. But the dreamers who know why they dream, how it works, why a dream can influence consciousness that then can influence the manifestation into matter of something seated within awareness. The clues are all around you, and yes, you will uncover more in coming months and certainly in coming years. Because it is a ripe time. Human consciousness is ripe for this remembering. You can integrate this knowledge which has been forgotten for so many years without it shocking your realities or causing distress or disrupting your systems. You can integrate with harmony and kindness and benevolence creation codes that come from your Lemurian ancestry. So what seems unfathomable and impossible, there's a how behind it. There's a mechanism to why it works. There's a science and a technology to how all this functions. You don't need the knowing of that technology at this point. You will. And there are those who will bring it to you. You do, however, thrive, come to life around all this and integrate your Lemurian conscious awareness and creation codes, opening your own wisdom key that you've guarded in this for so long, for so many eons. When you seed new futures and new manifestations by calling them into being and imagining the impossible. Here is where technology can be your friend if you choose to use it this way. Artificial intelligence in the field of art causes, with good reason, much consternation and cause for concern. However, one of the core benefits we would cite is that it encourages you to dream, visualize and call for in the hearts, in the very fiber of your being, the impossible. The as yet unimagined, We could not physically make this, but we'd love to see it in the world. That is the nature of how big a shift we are encouraging you to make in your visioning of a world becoming new. For you all have become accustomed to a visual landscape that bears no relationship to what really truly honors who you are, as sovereign masters of co-creation within Gaia. Let the boundaries of your imagination dissolve utterly and be free, be out beyond them, for you will break out beyond so many of the limitations that have fettered the way your world looks and behaves. Thank you. We are the Sirians, the lion beings from Sirius. And we delight to speak with you now. Thank you for hearing us.